Hello YouTube friends. Well, in my community post I had stated that I wanted to show you guys some new epi pieces that I got, my little mini haul here, and I've always been very curious about the epi leather pieces and how they wear, what they look like when they're vintage, things like that. So this was my first purchase, and I can compare it to this one. You can see how when it gets really worn, it gets really smooth and soft. And this one I'm just obsessed with. I know it has little marks and dings taken out of it because it's, well, they're both 2006. But this one definitely is worn. You can see where the snap was, or is. But I really fell in love with it. I thought it's just so thick and it just is so durable. And one thing that I was noticing is that if you're looking for SLGs that are Louis Vuitton, you're going to be spending more on average if they are the canvas pieces, which I was surprised about because I really prefer the SLGs to be leather. To me, that just seems more durable and you kind of get what you pay for. But in looking at these, I have wanted them for a long time, and I guess I just assumed that they would be super expensive, really out of my range. Like, I'm not going to spend $300 for a key holder. So I thought, well, I'll just start looking at some vintage pieces on eBay. And I was shocked. I mean, if you search, I think my main search was just Vuitton, epi, and then whatever I was looking for, like 6-ring key case or agenda, something like that. You'll come up with such a wide range of prices, and not all vintage pieces are marked down very much, but some are really, really reasonable. So anyhow, long story short, I started with this one, and this one I paid, I think it was $35. And the seller was in the US, and they had really, really good feedback. And so I thought, okay, well, I'm not taking that huge of a chance. They had tons of pictures, so I knew all the little dings, like right here. It's got like a, you see little nicks taken out of it. But it's really soft. I mean, I wish you could feel it. I really like the feel of this. And so when you open it up, it's got someone else's initials hot stamped in here, but it's almost my initials. My first name is Heidi, so it starts with an H, so it's close. My husband says it was made in Hong Kong. It was not. It was made in Spain, and most of these epi pieces, I noticed the SLGs are made in Spain. And then some will have the gold type inside. Sometimes you'll see some with red, depending on the year, sometimes silver. But this was in relatively good condition. It's got some wear right there in the corner, but other than that, it's in nice condition. And I wanted it to hold, see, I have my 2 key fobs here that are really, really bulky, and I don't like them flopping all over my bags. So if you're also, when you get them, if you're looking for where the date code is, it's inside here at the bottom, and it's not going to show up on camera because I have bad light, but it's printed in here. And this one was 2006, made in Spain. Then you've got the Louis Vuitton there. That's got some wear to it, just from the random flipping up of these little hooks. They also have the 4 key holders, but I thought the 6 key would be good for my car keys and my fob for my garage door opener, so I liked this one. The other tip I have, this one, sometimes with these vintage pieces you'll see that there's some wear to the snap. I mean, after so many years of opening and closing these. And so the snap works on this. It's just really, it pops open pretty quick too. So I just put a little piece of tape over the hole. You can kind of see it. But I put a piece of just Scotch tape over that hole, and that way when you press it in, it catches much better. It's got something to kind of grab onto. So that's the key holder that I got, and again, this was think it was 35. It was really cheap, but I've seen them even go for 25. You just want to be sure to look over the pictures really good, make sure, even though this one had some nicks and dings on it from wear, there wasn't a lot of corner wear. There's no edges poking out or anything. There is that little worn piece in here that's got a little crack to the leather, but just want to make sure that it's gonna last for many more years. And so that's my advice on when you're looking for a key holder. Now this one was insane. I bought this one from a really good seller in Japan, and they had excellent feedback, lots of sales, and I'm not going to mention any names of the sellers because I know any seller can screw up, and I don't want to recommend someone and then have somebody say, you told me to go with this person. So I'll just keep that to myself. But there are lots of different sellers around on eBay, and this seller had great feedback. They'd been on eBay for many years, and so I thought, okay, I'll try them. And they said that this had a slight smell to it, but they didn't list really any. They said just the normal kind of wear and tear. They didn't really list any flaws on it. And when I got it, I could not believe the condition. I mean, to me, it looks like brand new. And these Agenda PMs are tiny. I usually use, this is not a Louis Vuitton. I usually use this size, and I thought this was a kind of small one, but I think this is going to be more like the size of the MM. This is what I use every day for work, but I wanted a smaller one to put in my bags to just carry around with me daily. So I went with the PM size, but I didn't know how tiny it was going to be. So this is, I'm sure you all know this. This is not going to be news to any of you, I'm sure, but it's about 4.5 inches across and about 5 3/4 long. I mean, it's small, but this one was so cool because it came with the inserts in it, and it did have a hot stamp on here, YS, but it looks like someone tried to remove it or something because there's no color to it. But anyhow, this is also made in Spain in 2006, like the key ring, but you can see this one has worn much better, and I think because the Agenda inserts are just 2008, so I feel like they might have used it for 2 years and got rid of it, but it still has all this. Look at all these old planning things in it, and the gold is beautiful on the edges. Look at that. So this came in it, so it came with the ruler. And I saw someone was trying to sell, oh, they did sell, they're not trying to. They're selling the ruler itself for $58. It's like, what? But it still has all these things from 2008 in it. And then when you get to here, it's got the Louis Vuitton stickers still intact. Isn't this great? This was such a score. You're gonna die when I tell you how much it was. And then it says Cyber Corner. I guess where you enter websites, and then it's got world information, and then here's my favorite part is the little fold out map. So even when I refill this with my lined paper, I'm going to keep these items in it because it is just so cool. Look at that. Isn't that neat? And then it has another little ruler on the other side. This one has two. So it's very cute. I just really love this. Isn't that nice? So this one that looks like brand new, I don't see anything wrong with it, honestly. It's just old. But I got this for, I think it was $45. And it had $20 shipping from Japan. So that was, you know, kind of high. But it came in like just 3 or 4 days. It was crazy. So bargains are out there, you guys. If you want to try seeing if you do like epi leather, again, it's so interesting because, you know, this is how it is when it's newer. Even though this is an old piece, it really wasn't used. It's very ridged, but then as you wear it and love it, it just gets to this really shiny, almost smoothed out patina, and I love it. I mean, this just has such a nice feel to it in the hand, so I can tell that it's gonna wear really good. I kind of like having two pieces from 2006. I didn't try, that's just how they were. But both of them under $50 each is just crazy good. I would have spent that on, you know, like a Coach notebook is $50 or whatever. So anyhow, I thought these were great bargains, and there are still many bargains of this type out there. I looked on eBay today, and there were a lot of these Agenda PMs in the epi leather for under $50. Now they're usually kind of, you know, going to be worse condition, and they don't usually come with all the inserts. This one has some dents right there, so it was laying on something, but other than that, it is pretty darn good. There's not a lot of wear, and like I said, it looks like the person might have used it for 2 years and then gave up on it. So anyhow, I'm so happy to have the original little inserts in there, and very happy with my cheap little Louis Vuitton pieces. These are excellent. You don't have to go the route of getting fakes or dupes if you don't want to. You can get the original, just, you know, you're looking at things that are older. And like I said, the price ranges are crazy. Like on these Agendas in this condition, they're usually, I've seen them on there for about $350, but like I said, there are others that are the same price. So just have to really look, do your due diligence, and make sure you research the sellers first to make sure that they are selling quality items. You can even do a search where you click a box that's authenticity guaranteed, and it'll just sort those sellers that do guarantee it. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Until next time.